Okay, let's get back into screen share mode, and then we'll see. Because it's just about 7 o'clock, so we're going to start this thing. And what is it that we need? Come on. Okay, we are going to call this meeting to order, and it is, of course, the September radio producers meeting. We passed meeting, so what we'll tell you about the pre-meeting is that I usually, so anyone who wants to can avail themselves of some technical help together. If you want to, you can, besides having your mic active, you can also use your webcam if that's something that you want to do. You're welcome to do that. We have basically, well, like I said, a half an hour, and we settle. And I'm also doing work myself, getting rid of technical glitches and all that kind of stuff. Usually what I record these things, and before any meeting, the service off, record them and make them available on the profile site. But what we're doing now is we're just meetings, and we're going to I post them up on YouTube. So you can, right after, or when you're done watching it, well, actually after the meeting's over, you can go www.youtube.com/backvoice, and you'll be able to see once I get it edited and posted. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's get to this, and we're with quick. And if anybody shows up, that's cool. If not, then hey, they'll watch it on later. I didn't send out any reminders this time, so who knows? Folks might have forgot the actual monthly meetings that we have. They're held on the second Wednesday of each month, and throws people for a loop. So I don't know. All right then. We will go ahead and explain to you, and we usually start the meetings with a call to order at 7 o'clock, and then we have whatever announcements and background, things like that, and then of course we move on into the section where we open shifts, and we also talk about shift changes and radio class information, and we usually get there by 7:15, and we start that out. And then engineering is our next item. It's item what is that? Item number 5. Item number 4. I knew that was going to happen to me. 4. We usually get there at about 7:30, and we talk about studio equipment, and we talk about faulty gear, LPFM update, internet radio update, and then, of course, if there's any high-tech stuff that we need to show each other, we talk about it then. And then, of course, we move on to item number 5, which is promotions. And we have promotions. We also have scheduled promotions like print and things like emerging technology. So as we avail ourselves of new unique technologies to promote that in there. And of course there's new business, so anybody who's in attendance at that point can suggest items for either discuss those a little bit or put them on the next agenda. And then of course we adjourn by 8 o'clock. And we talk about that. So now I guess we're ready to go, and we will officially start the meeting with the call to order. I've already. So let's see, announcements. Not really much of an announcement kind of thing. I really skating on these meetings, as you found. Looks like we've got somebody new in attendance. Let's see who. It's Ida. Hey, Ida. I can't see the chat, Can't respond back to you because I'm looking at the full screen. But we know that Ida and by virtue could be Ella as well, because sometimes they share the same machine. So there's a space if you want to use your webcam. If not, you don't have to. So yeah, at this point we don't have any announcements that I can remember. One of these days I'll actually think about this stuff and get it a little bit more prepared than I'm. But we'll go as it is. That get me. So anyway, that we're gonna continue with the programming, and we'll talk about we have those and shift changes. We have one or two of those, and kind of see now. I will say first off that we're running a little bit light as far as our go. Let me center the grid in this is the frame here. If we can do that, there we go. Okay, we're running a little bit light because we've got summertime programming. All right, two more people maybe. So let's see, checking the grid here. No, it looks like it just might be Ida. So, and she or somebody, Ida says she can't hear. Okay. I'm able to hear myself, come back. So, I don't know what to tell you. See, she can't hear me. She's probably trying to do something. So somebody's trying to log in. See, the real thing about this is, folks, is it's early, so we can take care of all this ahead of time. That's why I get online at 6:30, so that you can take shoes and we can be all hunky-dory by the time 7 o'clock rolls around. But anyway, like I said, no one to attend, so we'll see how things go at this point. Looks like I'm back to my three people, and so I'll continue on with the meeting. And of course, those three people are me. So I have two computers. One of them so I can see. One of them is a screen recorder, and another one is to simulate a user. So I've got actually three computers in here, and one of them's the screen share, one of them's the conference, and then the other one is the chat window, which is kind of cool. So anyway, this whole thing here, you can kind of see not much at this point, but I'm going to move down. Sundays we really need to start working on Sundays again, because we've had a lot of people that some folks have disappeared on, and so there's that. But let's get us into the regular day part here, and see how things go. It is back, and some Studio Ida from Studio One. Okay, you actually might be in the studio. That might be cool. So anyway, I don't want to take too much time and yak about that. But anyway, we do have some open shifts on Sundays. We got 10 to noon is good. 3 to 4. We have 4 to 6. And we have 8 to 10. Those are good times and available for folks, and particularly suited for folks that want to do inspirational. And also, congratulations, since we're looking at Sun to the Message with does that radio program, and doing pretty good. We've regular, and Ida is yet to do her show, but she's getting real close and going to be recording. Welcome aboard to these folks. Ella and Ida both graduated the radio class a few months ago, and it's been a slow process because folks have other things to do, their life and all that, but they're getting to go. That's a good thing. So yeah, Monday seems to be pretty solid, and we do have regular programs. They're intermittent. That's what the light blue is. And so we, got to have better attendance because that's going to be reflected in our pledge to the LPFM. And an open spot at 10 o'clock in the morning, and actually I will shift change, which is going to happen. From 11 to 12 in the morning, it's going to be the fashion program, which currently runs from 1 to 2 on Friday. So free up the noon to 2 slot on Friday, which is going to be good. And so anyway, to move to 11 o'clock on Tuesdays. So we'll be for her show. We'll hear the new show at 11 o'clock. And let's see, what do we got here? All right, and I hope you have fixed your audio problem, Ida. Good luck if you have done that. Okay, anyway, so looking at Wednesday. Wednesday is pretty solid. We've got good, solid programming. Then, of course, Fred's program, Fred and Mike, they're trying to get their act together and start producing. It'll be good. Right now, they're classified as intermittent. But as you can see, we've got a good lineup throughout. Thursday is looking a little bit weak. We have a spot from Thursday morning, and then of course 2 to 4, 4 to 6. What's saying? Yeah, and noon to 2. Okay, we have folks that appear to be trying to log on, but I don't know what the deal is. But anyway, no big deal because we're pressing on. So lots of good time on Thursdays, and then 4 to 6 is available, and then the 6 is doing well, and it's already taken by a veteran program producer, Hefty. So then Friday we had the Daily Dose move. We talked about that. So now they're down from 10 to noon. We've got an empty space from noon to 2 because, we already talked about the Elegant Fashion program. So noon to 2 is going to be available. 2 to 2 is available for tape programming only. So if you guys want to run tape shows, that's cool. Then, of course, we have the Gumbo Mick program from 4 to 6, and then we've got a 6 to 8 spot that's available. I'd even take that spot. Who knows? I've been hankering to do radio programs again, so I might want to do that. I just got to scare up some time. So anyway, and then, of course, 10 to midnight, another excellent programming slot. Good work there. So that takes up Friday. Saturday, we're going to move down and see at consistent programs online from Chris Lucas doing the new promo from him, so good work. And then, of course, we have the tape shows up until noon, actually. But then we've got at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's the Continental Breakfast. 10 o'clock, Classic Fusion program. And at noon, we have it's a 1 hour program. It looks like it's a 2 hour show, but it's 1 hour. It's called Center of Love, and it's doing, kind of getting there. It's doing well. And then we have an empty spot from 1 to 2. And then from 2 to 4, it's, as you can see, the Hitting the Road program. It's a Grateful Dead show. And from 4 to 6 is the, 2 to 3 is the Grateful Dead show. 3 to 4 would be the Heart program. And then 4 to 6, oh man, telephones. I hate them. So it's, people are just bugging me. And the person on the other end get the fight or whatever. Okay, so that's the deal. I gotta figure out where. There's the phone. All right, put that sucker away. Okay, so anyway, you can kind of see basically that we've got relatively good spaces on Saturday. The 6 to 8 spot is for a live program, but you should probably be a veteran because that's no man's land, and there's no real staff support in radio anyway. The on staff do a good job, but they have a lot going on with their TV side, so we really want to have them can hold their own, pretty independent type folks. But the 8 spot is available as well on Saturday 10 to midnight. So currently, let's give you the. We've got on Sunday we're producing 7 hours of programming. Mondays 11 hours where we were. Tuesday we went down a little bit, so we're at 8 hours, which is where we need to be. Hours consistent on Wednesday, which is good. Thursday needs work, and Friday does because we've got 5 hours, and we have 12 hours on Saturday. If everybody contributes their shows, we'll have. Just so you guys know, a reminder here, we're trying to go for 8 hours per day because that's a pledge that we're going to make the FCC. So we haven't really been doing that kind of stuff, so we've got to get into training here. So that's kind of why I'm starting you guys out about this. So we really appreciate your programs, and we'd like to hear them. So very good. Okay, so now we're going to in. We talked about shift changes, all that kind of stuff. Now we're going to go in, and this is the Studio One grid to do your pre-production or any kind of pre-recorded shows that you do, any kind of element creation, production, any of that kind of stuff. So studio number 1 is the production studio. Studio number 2 is the live studio. So, alrighty, so here we go. We're going to take a look at the grid here. We make for this studio 8-hour chunks. Now, we usually like people to be there at the beginning of the reservation. There within 15 minutes, the reservation becomes forfeit unless you call ahead or let me know via email or some such thing. So reservation times are from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. They are from 1 in the afternoon until 4 in the afternoon. There's a little spot there from 4 to 6, and then we've got another chunk from 6 to 9 for folks that are working. And look and see what we got. Days from 6 to 9 is available. And sometimes Ella uses it, but we don't have a regular spot for her yet. It's kind of catch as catch can at that point. Available for anybody who needs it. The 6 to 9 spot on Wednesday has just been taken by Ida, who may have joined us again. Let's see. Yep, Ida's back. She's trying. So we're talking about your spot there, Ida, from 6 on Wednesday. And there's a little spot there from 4 to 6. Anybody needs to use that. It'd be good on our show. You got a little bit of time in there. Then, of course, you can kind of see that we've got Chris Alulis program. He records on Thursdays, so the studio's he's not here all the time, but so the studio could be available if you need production time in the. So generally, from 6 to 9. Mondays, Wednesdays, times on Thursdays, and by special appointment we could do Fridays because I'll have to stay Friday production time. And that kind of brings me to another subject too. Is I'm supposed to work from noon until 6, but on Tuesdays, for example, I got to be there from noon until 8. And today, when I have these radio meetings, I'm working late. So I have hours that I have to. So Monday, like that. So we'll have to see. If I don't have an appointment, then I might bug out early so that I can shave off my production time and not get into overtime situation. Okay, so Ida is here, and so far that's the only I see. Because there's 3 of me and her, so that's how it works. In the evenings, Saturday is also available until 9 o'clock, and so there's good production time from 6 to 9 on Saturday as well, so might be kind of handy there. Oh, wait, what am I saying? No, from 3 to 6, actually. 3 to 6 on Saturday is the one that we're talking about. Sam TV, right? And then Fridays we have good production time throughout. So from 10 to 1 and 1 to 4 is available. And you can kind of see in the mornings if you want to use the studio from 10 to 1, pretty much any day of the week except for Monday. So that's there. If there's any questions, then I'd be happy to answer. We'll talk about the radio class just briefly. September radio class is kind of quirky, like most of them are. We had a person for the first class, didn't show up. I think they're gone. You can only miss one class, and then you have to class over again. Hopefully that situation will resolve itself. But that's the 4 to 6 spot. The 6 to 8 spot is neat folks. Let's see, Kumar and his wife. Those guys are had their second class, and they are passing the class. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know what kind of program they're getting ready to produce yet, but it sounds kind of a potpourri of just creativity. Who knows? Right, so that's about for the radio class update. Now we're going to move on into engineering. Let's see, probably the big news, and we've had this news for quite a while in engineering land, is that we are proceeding with upgrade. At this point, we had to shop out for 2 more bids, and so we're getting, once we get all 3 bids in, we will submit that to our executive director, and we can get approval for that, and then we can start working. So we're raring to get this done. It moves closer and closer into the holiday season. It looks like that's probably when we're actually going to do it. But wanted it to actually be done by now, but or at least in the middle of it. We've got 2 phases that we're going to do. Phase 1, we're going to work with the transmission rack, which is the studio number 2, and we're going to upgrade the gear and basically rework that rack because it hasn't been there in 30 years. So it needs work, and we're gonna shorten the transmission chain a little bit to make everything sound better. And then phase 2, we're gonna put a Audio Arts R5E mixing board in studio number 2, and that's identical one that's in studio number 1. So we've got those boards coming, and we're gonna order those. We're gonna also creature comforts and some ergonomic type things. We're gonna mount the monitors on a central pole and have them, both the talent support computer and the automation monitors are going to be accessible, and should have time of it with more counter space for you folks to use. And so we're generally just going to clean up things, look a little bit better, and upgrade the gear as we. So let's see. Here, I don't know if there's any faulty gear that anyone knows of, but I haven't noticed anything to speak of. I Studio 1 and Studio 2 and use them so that I can keep tabs on how things are. But generally, so if anybody has any issues, feel free to let me know through the email or in person or through the voicemail. There's that. So let's check the deal here. Checking our attendance list. And at this point, everybody's stable at this point. And let's see. Let's see. There's Joseph Hall is there. And let's see. He was supposed to. Well, I'll take a look at the chat. So yeah, basically he's talking about. So I'll take a look at that and read it. Joseph and Pro together. I got to get into a routine, and I think what we might end up doing is we might try to have you send me, another. I can get that into my aggregate. That way, it'll already do is just process my way. So anyway, we'll work on that later, but definitely get something ready to go for the day. And of course, you folks might want to listen to the, what is it? It's called Verbal Scrap, and it's about wrestling and that kind of stuff. Really cool thing, and you can hear that program from 11 to 12 on Monday night. So Excellent. All right, then. So we're talking about here, and then we're going to move on into the LPFM update. And, of course, you know, the time that we're all have our sights on is October 15th, because that's when the LP window opens. The window lasts from October 15th to the 29th. And once that filing window closes, we'll know who our friends and might be. So we're going to take a look at that. And so we're getting close, and I'd like to share more info about that, but I can't at this point. But meet them in committee and give them a report on the low power FM situation and entertain any questions that they might have. But I can tell you that we are working on the application and doing well, and we have friends helping us out, and I'm pretty excited about it. I did a little bit of work today on it, and you know, I don't have too much time to devote to it, and that's why I appreciate people helping out. So we have some people from Davis helping us, and so Davis Community Television Public Access over there in Davis is helping us, and so we got good work, I think, is going to happen, and so it's going to be a big adventure, and once then I'll be able to talk to you folks a little bit more about this. So we'll talk. The internet update, I am still working on getting us listed in the Live 365 grid. That I have to do. There is a website that they published, and so I'm going to download that and read it. Information that I can put to bear. But I'm on the track. I just got to get a little bit of time, and so that's kind of the thing. I got all these projects running around, and I have to shave little bits and pieces off of each, so that all of them continue. But I don't have enough time to knock one of them out, so I have to sort of shave a little bit all these little projects. So that's kind of how it is. And of course, you know, we got to keep the station going, so that I'm. All right, no technology to speak of, but I'm around for some kind of smart devices, and of course things that we need to do to keep us up to speed with keeping track of the radio station is what I'm into. So, all right, promotional item at this point. Oh, I need to advance my screen here. All right then. So promotional items in this category. The first item is on-air promotion, and those are the promos that I produce. And if you need my help, I can do that. But basically, what we have is 30 seconds. That's how long your promo should be. They should be 30 seconds long. They should have music and voiceover, and basically opportunity to tell folks the who, what, where, when, and why of your show. So who are you? Where can they hear you? When can they listen? What type of music are you going to play? Incentives like that. So by the time you get about 26 to 28 seconds, and that's all you need. So record these promos as often as you want, update them as often, but just about the time you're editing them and you're getting tired of them, that's about the time they're starting to dig in, and people are getting impressed by those. So that's the deal. But if you want to, all you really got to do is just record your promo, and then letters that represent the type of shows I'm going to say file, and then it's a promo after it, and I'll take care of it from there. And so we have a new promo coming online. Todd Boyd, who does Say La Vie Ram, and his program moved. He used to be on Thursdays from 11 to 12, and then we get the replay on Mondays again, where it used to be 4 to 5. I mean. So anyway, let's see, at this point we are talking about on-air promotions. We did that. So, like I said, just record them and save the regular, and then I will take care of them there. Okay, so the next item is item 5B, which is scheduled promotions, and those are print schedules type stuff. And of course the master schedule. So if you notice any discrepancies on those things, let me know. I update the print schedules on the website and the Live 365 grid, which drives the player that you hear your shows. Liz Harrison and the office staff update the master grid on information to me. So if there's something that's not right in any of those kinds of things, let us know. And jumping around, I've got to up the schedule and update, so I'll be working on that. So that's kind of the deal. This is emerging technology, and that's where we would talk different apps and promotional things. There's Live 365 apps that are good for your smartphone, and then of course there's a player that we guys, and we're going to work on dealing with that. So once this LPF thing gets away, we'll have a little more time. So what I'm hoping basically is that we'll get the LPFM dealt with, and then for the next couple of months we'll be working, and then we'll have a brand new or relatively new studio for you folks in January. We can start really focusing on fundraising and promotion and all that kind of stuff, because at that point. And so we want to let everybody know that we're going to be the low-power FM provider for this. And, of course, we want to get folks on the bandwagon with that, because that's going to open a whole new possibility for us. Okay, I'm going to stop here a little bit and ask for if there is. You can either type at this point or... or you can, so let me go over here and see if I can't read this thing, since the guy says, please read it. So I'm gonna, okay, so he said he was supposed to be scheduled on the Wednesday, nights. Oh, I see. Tonight. Oh, well, okay. Well, for one, I don't know. There shouldn't have been anybody in the production studio. Now, so yeah, I have to work that out. Let's see how it goes. We'll have to talk, because I'm not at this point. If Ida is in the studio, then, she's, I got a double book situation, so yeah, that's something that I goofed on, and I'll have, you've got the prior reservation, and so I shouldn't have made that, so yeah, anyway, we'll work it out. Hopefully you're not in it, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, here shortly and fix that. But anyway, I will invite you folks to tune in. The October meeting is going to be a live meeting, so we're going to probably have that somewhere. At least we'll have it in a TV studio, but we might have it on location somewhere. And we're going to attempt to stream that as well and record it. So October 9th, 7 o'clock. So that will be the thing there. So I'm going to go ahead and adjourn this. There are no further requests. And then we'll see how maybe I can solve this other problem. All right, then. Everybody, thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you all later on. We're going to end this puppy. Let's see that. And then I'm just going to go up here and end the meeting. All right, everybody. Thanks for attending. See you next time.